Welcome to my second flag redesign event, your US State Flags Redesigns Showcase. Thanks to you all for sending your flags. This time, we amassed nearly double the amount of designs that we had in the first event, and I'm quite impressed. 8 people sent 17 designs through Discord, and 5 people sent 10 designs via email. So let's take a look at them. The first design I received was sent by BFB. He designed a flag for the Free Associated State of Puerto Rico. It consists of a horizontal tricolor of red, white, and red. There's a trapezoid next to the hoist al Kuwait, colored in blue, and it contains 2 olive branches, which encircle 2 white stars. It's kinda like a condensed version of the current flag, yet with more ornaments. The idea of one star representing Puerto Rico and the other one representing the US is quite interesting, as if the second star symbolizes the association. I'd like to know why the blue field is shaped like a trapezoid though. Next, Hae Productions sent me 3 flag designs. The first one is for Wisconsin, a field of purple akin to the wood violet, and a badger in natural colors on it. It's a pretty simple flag, improving on the seal on a bedsheet idea. It kinda reminds me of the Oregon flag reverse. I think that maybe a stylization of the badger would look better than using an illustration. Next is this Oregon redesign, a blue field with a golden eagle on it. This keeps in line with the idea of the previous flag. The eagle in fact comes from the coat of arms, which is a good move. The given symbolism is kinda weird, as the original flag doesn't really have symbolism. And then there's this Kansas redesign, which consists of a blue field and a sunflower in natural colors on top. This one actually brings back an old flag design to represent Kansas, and it's quite welcome given the simple design of it. Next up is 219's flag design for Jarvis Island, a desert island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It consists of a blue field. On its hoist side, there's a white 6-pointed star beneath the yellow one, and on its fly side, there's a red crescent moon. This flag is based on a design proposed on a blog, which even made its way into the lengthy World Flag Animation collab that was published last year. The design, however, looks as if the old design was thrown into a blender. It's pretty weird. Then I received Jeehoo's 2 redesigns. The first one is for California, a white field with a red stripe underneath. There's a red star in the canton, and in the center of the white field there's a bear standing upright with a gold nugget in its paw, under which reads the text, California Republic. This is pretty much a variation of the current Lone Star flag, except it highlights the importance of gold in California's history by giving the bear a gold nugget to hold. Jeehoo's second design is for Illinois. It consists of a Canadian pale of orange and white, with thick fimbriations of blue adorned with 10 white stars each. In the white field, there's Abraham Lincoln's profile, a silver axe beneath it. It has a nice layout, and despite the orange having no clear meaning, it's a good color choice. The depiction of Lincoln might become a complicated element, despite being straightforward and symbolizing the strive for being an exemplary US state, just as it birthed one of the greatest US presidents. JSB sent a flag he designed for Texas. It's a bicolor of blue and red, with a white star with a border the opposite color to the field it's on top of. There's a fleur-de-lis on the top point, the white silhouette of the Spanish coat of arms over the point left of that, and an eagle with a serpent over the point to the right. The design of the flag is quite striking. One factor for that is a nice negative effect on the border of the star. The other one, perhaps less favorable, is the awkward placement of the 3 symbols, which kind of remind me of the Peru-Bolivian Confederation flag. Maybe a single element could have been used to represent what they symbolize, or just using simple graphic elements such as stripes for the deed. Fraven sent me 3 flag designs. The first one is for the state of Washington. It consists of an unequal bicolor of blue and green. A white 8-pointed star with unequal points is in the canton, and 5 white triangles adorn the bottom of the blue field. I think this is a very good design, with wonderful color balance. Then there's this Hawaii design, with a white field, on top of which 6 waves alternate between the colors red and blue. A white circle makes negative space in the center of the flag, and in it there's a yellow Kanakamaoli emblem, and 8 green unequal stars on top of it. The circle cutting of the waves looks neat, as do the stars in the shape of an archipelago, an approach I actually hadn't seen before for Hawaii. The Kanakamaoli emblem is kinda hard to spot against the white background though. And the third design is for Kansas, comprised of a blue field with a 34-pointed star in its center, and a brown circle that draws 3 wheat branches with negative space on top of the star. Once again, it's a nice clean design. and I like the foreground-background implementation for the wheat branches. Next up are LaloLanda's design, 3 of them to be precise. First is a design for the Kingman Reef, an uninhabited reef that's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's comprised of a light blue field with a wavy blue stripe in the bottom, similar to a clamshell. Behind it, a green palm tree comes out. There is a white circle in the canton, and it contains an orange 8-pointed star. The design is quite straightforward, looking like an abstract representation of the landscape, yet there's some not as obvious symbolism to it that shouldn't be looked over. The palm tree, however, looks rather off, given that there are no palm trees there. Then a flag for New York, which consists of a diagonal bicolor of green and blue with a white stripe separating them. On the green field there are 13 stars with 13 points each. On the blue field there's a black silhouette of the Statue of Liberty, and on top of the whole design there's a golden eagle. The symbolism is adequate, and overall it's a pretty interesting design, kinda similar to certain flags of American places, but that's not in the good sense because the design looks a bit too cluttered, particularly thanks to the total 169 star points in the green field. And its last design is for Howland Island, an uninhabited coral island part of the Phoenix Islands in the Pacific Ocean. A slightly askew tricolor of red, blue, and light blue. On the blue stripe there's a yellow circle, upon which the shape of the island lays, colored in teal. This is my favorite design out of the 3, thanks to its nice color selection and the dynamic feel that the askew stripes give it. But using the map to represent the island is kind of lazy. I then received 3 flag designs from Dr. Statiko, all for states in the New England region. First up is Vermont's, a green field with a blue canton, and 13 white stars encircling a 14th star on said canton. It seems like a tidied up version of the Mountain Boys flag, which is quite welcome. Then we have Massachusetts' design, which consists of a navy blue field with a white canton that contains a green pine tree. This one looks an awful lot like the New England flag, yet the use of blue in place of red makes it look nicer, in my opinion. And lastly, he did a flag for Maine. It consists of a green field with a beige colored canton, on which there is a green pine tree and a blue star on the top left corner. It's once again a nice canton based design, yet it kind of resembles the design made for Massachusetts. It's noteworthy about these 3 designs that their basis on the canton design is a nod to the American flag, in that sense being related in design to the country these states belong to. Daniel sent a design for the state of Alaska. It consists of a blue field with a thin black stripe on the bottom. From it protrude 2 white triangles on the fly half of the flag, while on the canton there's the Big Dipper and Polaris in the same arrangement as the current Alaskan flag. This could be interpreted as an expansion of the current flag, incorporating elements of an abstract landscape. However, maybe the canton could be larger, allowing the stars to be more easily recognizable. Next, I got Imperio Gaulo's 3 flag designs. The first one he made is for New York, which he named New York New Flag. It's a tricolor of orange, white, and blue, similar to the Princeton flag. From behind the blue stripe peeks a black sun with 13 points, and in said stripe there are several white water ripples. I like the idea of using a tricolor as a basis for an abstract landscape, like this one which resembles a sunset. Maybe the ripples could be stylized. Next is a flag for Wyoming, which he called Plain Black Buffalo. It consists of an unequal bicolor of black and white, and on the black stripe there's a white silhouette of a buffalo. It's very minimal design, and the use of foreground background works wonders on it. Then there's the flag he made for Tennessee, called the Tri-Star flag. A red field with a diagonal blue stripe on the flag, fimbriated by white. On the top half of the flag, and slightly removed left from the center, there's a blue circle with a white outline, and inside it 3 white stars that roughly form a circle. This is a nice reinterpretation of the current flag. I can see how the slope represents the geographical shape of Tennessee, but keeping in line with that idea, having the element that symbolizes people outside of the state is kind of a bummer. Then N32 sent me 3 flag designs he made. First is one for Alaska. It's a vertical tricolor of yellow, white, and blue. There's a small shield on the canton with a black 6-pointed star. I think the color combination employed is a pretty nice one. Then there's Texas Redesign. A gyre of blue and white is enclosed by a brown border around the whole flag. A red 5-pointed star is in the center of the design. The gyre is an interesting element, not very common among US flags that I've seen. And then there's also a flag for the associated state of Guam, which consists of a Canadian pale of white and green, with black fimbriations. There's a shield on the center, bearing a black 7-pointed star. The thing is, these flags were given little to no symbolism, which kind of sucks. MapleLeaf Animations soon sent me a design he made for Alaska. It is a horizontal, uneven tricolor of blue, black, and white, with a blue portion bearing elements such as a mountain with 3 peaks, the Big Dipper in the canton, and a 4-pointed star in the opposite corner. I like this design, particularly the idea of the expanded tricolor. The shade of blue might be a little hard to distinguish from the black in certain contexts, but the mountain makes it easier to spot the difference. It, along with other elements, look balanced in the blue stripe given that they're all colored in white. And finally, Crystal sent his 2 flag redesigns. The first one is for Arkansas, consisting of a red field with 3 overlapping blue triangles coming from the Hawaii side and separated by red strips. On the top right corner, there are 4 white stars forming a diamond shape. This is a very nice flag. It has an interesting uncommon layout and it's rich in symbolism, with each star representing a country Arkansas has belonged to, and each triangle representing a mountain range in the state. The other flag he made is for Hawaii. It's an unequal bicolor of blue and yellow. On the blue stripe there are 3 thinner strips. One is orange and the other 2 are red, with 1 of each side of the orange one. On the yellow portion there's a blue hibiscus flower. This has a striking design, and the colors also look pretty, but perhaps the 7 stripes on the Hawaii side make it look kinda cluttered. And so, we conclude the showcase. It was a pretty long one, given how many designs you guys submitted, but that's awesome. It's nice that you all go ahead and participate in the fun art of designing flags, or vexillography as they call it. There will be more flag redesign events coming along the way, so make sure to stay tuned so you can create your flag and submit it. Also, don't forget to comment on any design that struck your attention. Once again, thank you for participating, and see you in the next event.